Okay, I now believe that this movie is probably the reason why so many of our beloved franchises have been put into outer space. I think. But I'm pretty sure it is. But let's get into it, shall we? Moonraker, the accidental sequel, kind of, to The Spy Who Loved Me. And probably one of the... It's not a mistake making the movie because I actually enjoyed it. But it was a mistake putting For Your Eyes Only on hold for this movie. Since, of course, clearly on my Blu-ray, it had For Your Eyes Only on it. But Moonraker's here. So, yes, let's get into it. So, Moonraker is about the space shuttle Moonraker that was stolen in midair off of its piggyback 747 flight. Okay? Which leads Bond to investigate the disappearance of the space shuttle, which leads him to the space shuttle Moonraker manufacturing firm head of it, Hugo Drax. Okay? And he finds, of course, a scientist named Dr. Goodhead. Or Goodhead. These names are fucking hilarious. Goodhead. Wow. Now I was like, what type of a man would name himself Goodhead? And thank goodness it was a woman, because that name just, it fucking works. I don't know why, it just fucking works. So anyway, he has to foil Hugo Drax's plan, of course, to wipe out, of course, the planet or something like that, that will have to end up being repopulated or something like that. And that's basically the plot of the movie. What I think about this movie is, you know what? I kind of have fun with this movie, okay? Not only because of some of its funniness, not only because Jaws returns, get it? Jaws returns. But for the fact that I kind of just had fun with this movie, you know, and the big almost climax of the movie ends up in a Star Wars like fashion. I'm not bullshitting. They're having laser battles in outer space. It was kind of awesome. That was kind of cool. Okay. Yeah, the plot is obviously ridiculous, putting James Bond in outer space, but thankfully it wasn't too bad of an idea. Okay. Thankfully, it wasn't too bad of an idea. And I love the bait and switch they did with Jaws. That was kind of cool. Okay, not only that, but they also gave him sort of a love interest. So that was kind of cool. And she was kind of like him. She just had glasses and pigtails. It was kind of funny. Then they put the fucking romance music between the two. So you're like, okay, we know where this is going. Thankfully, though, it's not like Casino Royale terrible. Okay, that movie was fucking wretched. But this one, it kind of just eased on by perfectly. The acting in the movie is pretty solid. Again, not too bad. I got nothing to say about the acting from any of these movies so far, except for Casino Royale, because we all know what I think about that piece of shit. But yeah, and I'm talking about the 1967 version. I'm talking about the Daniel Craig version. For those of y'all who are familiar with just Daniel Craig's version, I'm not talking about that one yet. Not for another year. But, yeah. Now, the action in the movie is pretty solid. I liked some of the action in this movie. I thought some of it was pretty funny. Again, Bond splits a boat in half. Like he did in, not The Spy You Love Me, but the one before that. I keep forgetting the names of it. But, yeah, that very last movie after The Spy You Love Me, he split a boat in half. He splits a boat in half in here. That was funny. That was cool. Yeah. The Bond girl, Goodhead, she was pretty good in here. Man, these names are fucking hilarious. Man, I can't wait to do my favorite Bond girls. That's gonna be funny. Goodhead. But all around, Moonraker is a fun action, spy, dramedy, thriller. The minority of all that shit. And I'm going to end up giving Moonraker a B+. I really did have fun with this movie. It wasn't boring and it wasn't overly long. It was only like, what, 2 hours and 6 minutes long. We're in the era now where James Bond movies are in the 2-hour range. The Sean Connery days, they were all like an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. I think up to his last movie appearance, so we thought, it was like 2 hours and something minutes. But we will talk about Sean Connery's return pretty soon, because it's almost reaching that time. Let me know what you guys think about Moonraker down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? And I'll see you guys in the next one.